If this is your first time here, hit subscribe right now because what you're about to hear is going to change how you see everything around you, and you're going to want more of this. Look around you. Someone in your life right now, less talented than you, less hardworking than you, is ahead of you. And you can't figure out why. You've been doing everything right, showing up early, working late, being honest, being loyal, being the good guy, and still they're winning. Still they're moving forward. Still they're getting what you want. Here's the truth nobody is going to tell you. The game has rules, real rules, hidden rules. And while you were busy being good, they were busy learning those rules. Today, that changes. Law 1, never outshine the person above you. Let me tell you about a guy, smart, talented, everyone in the office knew it. His boss knew it too. And that was the problem. Every time this guy spoke in a meeting, he was right. Every time he presented an idea, it was better. Every time the boss said something, this guy had already thought of something smarter. 6 months later, he was gone. Not fired dramatically, just quietly pushed out. Opportunities stopped coming. His name stopped being mentioned, and he never understood why. Here's why. Nobody, and I mean nobody, wants to feel small next to the person they're supposed to be leading. Not your boss, not your mentor, not the person who controls your future. When you shine too bright in front of them, they don't celebrate you, they eliminate you. So what do? You don't hide your talent, you redirect it. You make your boss look good. You let them take credit sometimes. You make your success feel like their success. Is it fair? No. Does it work? Every single time. The goal isn't to be the smartest person in the room. The goal is to still be in the room. Law 2, never trust anyone completely. Watch what people do, not what they say. I know, this one hurts, but hear me out. The person who betrayed you, your old friend, your old partner, your old colleague, they probably weren't evil. They weren't planning it from day one. They were just human. And humans protect themselves first. Always, no exceptions. When loyalty becomes expensive, most people stop paying for it. That's not pessimism, that's just how it works. So what do you do with this? You stop putting everything into one person, one friend, one boss, one ally. Because the moment that one person decides their interests matter more than yours, and that moment always comes eventually, you have nothing left. Spread yourself, build multiple relationships, keep your real plans close, and pay attention to what people do, not what they promise. Because actions don't lie, words are cheap. Watch what someone does when it costs them something. That's who they really are. Law 3, hide what you're really going after. Here's a mistake almost everyone makes. They get excited, they have a plan, and they tell people about it. Big mistake. The moment you announce your goal, you've handed a map to everyone who might want to block you. Your competitors know where you're going. Your enemies know what to destroy. Even your well-meaning friends might accidentally slow you down just by talking. The most powerful people in history moved quietly. They showed one thing on the surface while doing something completely different underneath. Not because they were dishonest, because they were smart. Your plans in the early stages are fragile. They need protection. The best protection is silence. Work, move, build, and when people finally see what you've created, it'll already be done. No one can stop what's already finished. Law 4, always say less than you think you should. You know that moment when you've said too much, when you explained yourself too much, justified yourself too much, talked when you should have just stayed quiet? And you felt it, that thing slipping away, that respect, that authority. That's this law in action. Every extra word you speak is information leaving you and entering the room. And in that room, people are listening. People are filing things away. People are finding the gaps in what you said. The person who speaks less is listened to more. The person who explains everything is trusted less. Next time someone challenges you, don't rush to defend yourself. Let the silence sit. Let them feel uncomfortable in it. Watch what happens. They'll start filling the silence themselves. They'll start second-guessing their own challenge, and you'll have said nothing and won everything. Law 5, protect your reputation like your life depends on it. Because in many ways, it does. Your reputation walks into every room before you do. It decides how people hear your words before you even open your mouth. It opens doors you haven't even knocked on yet, and it can be damaged in a single moment. One bad story, one person who decides to frame you wrong, one moment where you responded poorly and someone was watching.
That's all it takes. So guard it. Actively. Not obsessively, but seriously. When someone attacks your reputation, don't panic and don't ignore it. Respond with evidence, not words. Evidence. Show, don't tell, who you actually are. And be consistent, because your reputation isn't built in dramatic moments. It's built in the small ones. How you treat someone who can do nothing for you. How you behave when no one important is watching. That's what people remember. That's what sticks. Law 6. Get attention. Because without it, you don't exist. Here's the brutal reality. You can be the best, genuinely the best. And if nobody notices you, it means absolutely nothing. The world does not automatically find talent. It finds visibility. The person who is slightly less talented, but significantly more visible, will win every single time over the person who is incredibly talented and completely invisible. This is not unfair. This is just how human attention works. So stop waiting to be discovered. Stop believing your work will speak for itself. Start building a presence that pulls people toward you. Be memorable. Be specific. Be someone who leaves an impression. Not loud, not fake, just undeniably present. Because the alternative is being the best kept secret in the room. And secrets don't get promoted. Secrets don't get opportunities. Secrets don't win. Law 7. Let others do the heavy lifting. Then position yourself smartly. This sounds harsh. Stay with me. In every group, every team, every project, every collaboration, there are people doing the work and people controlling how that work gets seen. The people doing the work often end up invisible. The people controlling the narrative end up remembered. Now, this doesn't mean you stop working. It means you start thinking about positioning as seriously as you think about output. Who sees what you produce? How does it get framed? Who gets to tell the story of what happened? Because the person who tells the story controls what people believe about it. Work hard, but work visible. And understand that being at the right intersection, where multiple efforts meet, is often more powerful than being the source of any single effort. Law 8. Make people come to you. Never chase. Think about the last time you chased something too hard. A job, a person, an opportunity. The harder you chased, the further it felt. Because chasing communicates need, and need communicates weakness. And weakness makes people value you less, not more. The powerful person builds something worth coming to, and then they wait. Not passive waiting, active building. They make themselves genuinely valuable, genuinely interesting, genuinely worth the effort of pursuit, and then they let others do the pursuing. In negotiations, the side that needs the deal more loses more of it. In relationships, the person who cares less has more control. This isn't manipulation, it's just leverage. And leverage starts with not needing the other person more than they need you. Build that position, then let them come. Law 9. Win with actions, not arguments. You've won arguments. We all have. And you know what winning an argument actually gives you? A person who publicly agreed with you and privately wants to see you fail. Because nobody likes losing an argument, even when they're wrong, especially when they're wrong. It stings, it sits in them, and it comes back out later, sideways, in ways you don't always see coming. So stop arguing. Start demonstrating. When someone doubts you, don't defend yourself. Go do the thing. Come back with the result. When someone disagrees with your approach, don't debate it. Execute it. Let the outcome answer them. Results cannot be argued with. They can only be matched with better results. And when you consistently win at the level of outcomes instead of words, people stop arguing with you. Not because you convinced them, because the evidence made the argument pointless. Law 10. Stay away from miserable people. Their energy is a virus. This sounds cruel, I know. But pay attention to your own life for a second. Think of the person in your world who is always the victim, always has a problem, always has drama, always has a reason why things went wrong and why it wasn't their fault. Now think about how you feel after spending time with them. Drained, heavy, somehow less optimistic than before. That's not a coincidence. Energy is real, and chronic negativity spreads, not dramatically, not visibly, but consistently. It seeps into your thinking. It slows your momentum. It pulls your focus toward problems instead of possibilities. And here's the part nobody talks about. Your reputation absorbs the people around you. If you are consistently surrounded by people going nowhere, people start unconsciously associating you with going nowhere. This doesn't mean abandoning people who are struggling temporarily. Struggle is human.
It means recognizing the difference between someone going through something hard and someone who has made hardship their permanent identity. Protect your energy. Protect your circle. Because who you spend time with is quietly shaping who you become, whether you're paying attention to it or not. 10 laws down, 38 more to go. And here's what I need you to understand right now. Every single person who is ahead of you, every person who seems untouchable, unbeatable, always winning, they are running on these laws. Maybe they learned them consciously. Maybe life taught them the hard way. But they are using them every day, in every room, in every decision. You just learned 10 of them.
That gap between you and them just got smaller. But only if you actually use what you learned. Not tomorrow, starting from the very next conversation you have, the very next room you walk into, the very next moment someone tries to take your power without you even realizing it. That's when these laws start working for you. Laws 11 to 20 are coming in the next video, and those ones are even darker, even more powerful, and even more uncomfortable than these. Make sure you're subscribed and the bell is on, because that video is going to hit different, and you do not want to miss it. See you there.